Hello, everybody. How's this? Is this working better? Prada, come here. The lag that you saw there, Steve, was actually just me adjusting camera settings. That's probably why. Okay. So, I apologize for that clusterfuck. So, now we have... yeah, I can see this, just the camera on, just the video on my end is way, way better. And now this is my HD camera, but now this is only output 20. So... Okay, this is what I was going to do, and I don't know why I didn't. I should have did this in the first place. Say hi. All right. So, needless to say, I won't be doing anything fancy. But hey, what the hell? At least this is working. So, anyway, let's go back and so I got Fred Raymer, Steve from Mac 84, Trina, Garth, Starbucks, Sad Mac. Who else? Jay from the House of Moth. Oh, I got Sean from Action Retro. Holy crap. I'm moving up in the world. Claire. It looks like just about everybody. Looks like just about everybody is made it back. Okay, good, good. Brock, hello. So we're going to attempt to install Opencore on my 5.1 Mac Pro and see how I totally do or do not fuck it up. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open this website. This particular website here is from the House of Moth. And we're going to use this as the basis of our we're going to use that as the basis of our as our instruction guide. Yeah, there, that's what I wanted to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up on the screen the site. And I would definitely I've never really been a big fan of doing this. So this is definitely what this is definitely a very good walkthrough on how to do this. I was never a big fan of trying this, but I think that Jay's guide here is a pretty good start. Yeah, there you go. Just blame Jay when it explodes. So there's the website. It's on the screen. Steve put it in the chat, so you should just be able to click on it. So I do have backups. Don't worry. I've got backups of backups of backups. So that's on issue. Hey, Alex. So I'm not going to show it on the screen. What I am going to do is I'm going to read it from the secondary screen on my Mac Pro, and go from there. Screen on my Mac Pro. This background is built into macOS Mojave. I really want it. I can't show my normal backgrounds because they're not safe for work. Okay, so now what I did beforehand is I went into the recovery partition and disabled system integrity protection. So so what we're going to do is we're going to open up the terminal. And we're going to make sure the system integrity, the SIP is disabled. So CRS util status or CSR util status. Okay, so it's hard to read, but it actually says disabled. So and for anybody who is following Jay's guide, if you're using a non-flashed video card and you go into recovery mode, when he says about disabling one of the monitors, he is not lying. So now he says to unplug it. All I actually did was I just turned it off, and then the other monitor displayed everything I needed to do. So what part of my streams are safe for work? Well, I don't know. It depends on where you work, Trina. So mine's safe for work at my job because you know. So hey, Retro Techie. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. So now we have the SIP disabled. Here is this is a zip file that I downloaded earlier, and I already hacked it. So here's the contents that I'm blowing up for everyone to see. So we have a blessed Opencore, a configurator, EFI, and a README file. And the README file is probably just instructions. But I'm going to go by Jay's instructions because if it gets fucked up, I can blame Jay. So pretty simple. So we already downloaded the file. We already disabled SIP. Okay, so we unpacked the files, and we're going to open the Clover Configurator app. Okay. And we're going to go. We're going to go over here to Mount EFI. And we're going to find the EFI partition of my boot drive. Now, my boot drive is Mac Pro. There's like a zillion freaking disk drives on this computer. Okay, here we go. Here's my boot drive, my SanDisk hard drive, SSD. And we're going to mount this. Type in my super secret password. And here's my EFI. Yay! All right. So now we're going to open partition. Oh, okay. So we're at instruction 13. What happened to my... Okay, that was weird. So I have a folder named EFI. If this is the case, open the folder and the EFI folder in the Opencore zip folder. Now I have an Apple folder inside the EFI folder. Okay. Well, I have a folder named EFI. If this is the case, open that folder in the EFI folder, Opencore zip file, and drag over the contents of that EFI folder, boot, Opencore, etc., to the EFI folder. So in the first two scenarios, you drag the EFI folder to your partition. In the third scenario, you drag the contents of the EFI folder to the EFI folder in the partition. Check the second screenshot. Okay, so that's what I did. I drug the files over to the folder here. Yes, this is a mission critical system. This is my main computer. That's why I've been very hesitant to. That's why I've been very hesitant to do this Opencore thing. Hi, Patrick. How you doing? Welcome. All right, so we did that. Now we're going to do. Now we're going to do the Opencore automator script. And we're going to type in super secret password yet again. And it's done. All right, what's Steve said? Steve is trying to communicate. Yes, Steve did. I promise. You can go back and watch it. Jerk. Okay, so now we're going to unmount our EFI partition. All right, and it says from here we restart. So let's see if we can totally screw this up. See what happens. Hi. Well, I guess we're going to see what happens here. Oh, that's good, Patrick. This is Martin Lowe's bin. I am using a AMD RX 580. Holy shit! There it is. Wow, that's something I don't think I've seen in a long time. To answer your question, Mark, I'm using an AMD RX 580 8 gig video card. The computer is a 4,1 Mac Pro. It's been firmware updated to a 5,1. It's running a single 3.06 gigahertz 6-core Xeon processor with 64 gigs of DDR1333 RAM. Nice. So it's kind of hard to read, but there's the specs on my computer. So it's not it's not a top of the line machine, but truthfully, I've never had anything. I've never had problems with the machine. Oh, let me find something. Where is that video? No. Oh, here it is, Mac Plus. So this is this is a video that I clipped out of my live stream. I'm going to export this and see if it's any faster than it used to be. So this is showing, this here is showing the load on my GPU. And I'm not doing anything else on this computer right now. The only thing it's doing is just exporting this video, and it's actually using a good chunk of the GPU to do the encode. And this is a very small video, so and the thing is these are my processors. This is my processor. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 physical cores and then 6 virtual cores or threads, and it's actually using more GPU power than it's using for the CPU. See, now before these monitors on my CPUs would be pegged out when I was encoding a video. I'm running Mojave on here, Garth. I won't run anything newer because I do use. I do have games. I have a lot of games on here. Most of my games are 32-bit. So, and as for the, yes, it will work on a 2009 Starbuck, but the processors are going to need to be upgraded. The dual 2.26 quad cores are too old. You need to have a Westmere or a faster or newer processor. So I have an FT775 in this machine, and this is a 2009 Mac Pro. This is not a 2012. This is a 2000 Mac Pro. So, oh, Catalina's horrible. I tried Cat on my Mac Mini, and it was miserable. I hated it. So I've been using Mojave since it came. I shouldn't say came out, but probably shortly after it came out. And I've been very happy with it. Um, I mean, it's solid as a rock. It's stable. It still runs 32-bit apps. I've not had any issues with it. So, well, luckily I don't have Office 365. I have Office 19, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have Office 365. I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about updates. Yeah, I can still update, but so there we go. It's done. It took so it took 4 minutes and 35 seconds to encode it this time, and it took 9 minutes and 21 seconds to encode that same file back in May. I initially did it, so I'd say it took about half as long. It was at least 50% faster. So yeah, I'm happy. Now I could try exporting a larger file, like so the one I did for the PowerBook 150 here took 30 minutes 30 seconds. I could try that just to see how fast it goes, but I am not going to sit here for 15, 20 minutes just to export a video. Wow, Patrick, you're yeah, you definitely got the multi-boot going on there. I don't have a problem with multi-boot. I just I don't know. I'm just not real crazy about it. It's too confusing. Whoops. So I have, what version of Off am I running here? So I'm running Word. I'm running Office 16.51. So and I don't have a subscription. I have a corporate. I have a license for it. So yep. Same thing with Excel. I don't even use Office very much. Oh, good Lord. That's just way too much, Sam. That's way too many operating systems, dude. So now that I have Opencore installed on here, that opens up the possibilities of me running multiple newer, because Mojave's official operating system that's supported by this computer. So I may, at this point, attempt to play around with some other operating systems. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 hard drives here to play with. I think find room on one of them to install, like Catalina or something. But I wouldn't use. I don't think I would use it as my main drive. As my main system, I'm quite happy with Mojave. And I still have computers in this house running El Capitan. So, I mean, I don't have... I have no qualms about running an older operating system. So, and Trina, don't feel out of the loop. I only have one operating system. So, I want to restart this. I want to see if this is any faster. This machine is so slow when it restarts. Hi. Well, this isn't the newest computer I have. I have a 2012 MacBook Pro with an i7, and then I have a 2012 Mac Mini as well. However, this is the most powerful system I have. Yeah, the only reason I would want to play with put Big Sur on here is just to play around with it, just see what it's all about. So, of course, my mouse doesn't work, but that's not terribly surprising. So yeah, this is something I haven't seen since I had my ATI Radeon 5770 in here. Yes, this machine has an SSD. It has one SSD. So I know it sounds like I have a lot of hard drives. I technically don't. So so the way this works is so I have a RAID here, which is 6 terabytes. That's 4 individual drives in a RAID cabinet. I have another drive, a spinning hard drive, a 2 terabyte hard drive that's in I have a dock, so that's docked. These hard drives, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are actually one single 500 gig FireWire hard drive in multiple partitions. I have it plugged in through the FireWire port of my RAID. My RAID's a FireWire 800. The Mac Pro drive is a 400 or is a 512 gig SSD. And then these 3 drives, my Pro Data, Slush, and Media, are all 1 2 terabyte spinning hard drive. So yeah, I don't actually have like a zillion hard drives on. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 drives. So Yeah, these monitors are cheap, so. But so if you guys really want to see, so this is my desk. This is not normally here, to say the least. So I have two 32-inch monitors. This one's my primary, and this is my secondary, although I use this one more than this one. So I have a 3 terabyte NAS right here. That is actually my time machine backup. Hard to see, but this is my RAID. There's 4 2 terabyte hard drives in here. They're striped in. It's a RAID. RAID 5, I think. So it's 5 or 6 terabytes plus a parity drive, I think. And then I have a dock right here that has a 2 terabyte spinning hard drive in it. Just because I was too lazy to take it out, I keep forgetting it. So it's just been sitting in there. It's empty. There's nothing on it. So, and then I have a Western Digital US 500 gig hard drive here too. That's also hooked into my NAS for expansion space. So, and then that's Simon over there on the chair. So, yeah, these aren't sounds. These are creative. These speakers are Creative Lab. I'm not sure what they're called. I like them because they kind of, the aesthetic of the speakers with the silver and the chrome matches the aluminum look of the Mac Pro, I guess you could say. And they sound pretty damn good too. So they actually really do have some very good sound. There's a subwoofer on the floor, of course. So, and if anybody really wants to see it, there's there's my computer. There's it's in here somewhere. Oh. There's a FireWire DVD burner sitting on top here. I do have one inside the computer, but this door, it doesn't come out right sometimes. So I have a FireWire DVD drive here. There's a tray for it. And this other one sitting here is not hooked up. This is actually a external SCSI CD burner. Very hard to find. So, but that's my setup. So, because usually you guys are used to seeing a whole different angle if you guys watch Mac Yak, which I'm sure most of you do. If you don't, you should be. Because you're all used to seeing me this angle. So you see my M and my iMac G5 behind me here. And partially disassembled cube and all kinds of stuff. This desk collects crap everywhere. So why should I not have my tower on the floor, Trina? My tower has always been on the floor. I've never had a problem. I mean, it sits like that far up, for crying out loud, with the feet. So, and I vacuumed it a couple of days. I vacuumed the thing, and it fairly regularly. So the problem is I don't have any. There's no room on this desk for it. With the dual 32-inch monitors, there's no room left. So, and I do have a air cleaner back behind me that keeps the air fairly clean in here. It's kind of hard to keep that clean when you have as many cats as I do. So, but have a good night, Trina. So, but it was a success. Hello, Bruce. You'll be happy to know that the Opencore was successful. Yeah, I was watching you play that the other day. I should download that. That looks like a pretty cool. It looks like a pretty cool game. So, I guess this means Steve is now going to stream. So I guess I should probably hand it off to him and let him do his thing. Because, ooh, excuse me. Oh my god, that came on suddenly. I was never intending this to be a very long stream. Wow, I just realized that this camera sucks. So, I'm about done, Steve. I gotta get some food. I'm hungry. And I have some stuff I gotta do here yet tonight. But I wanted to at least share my Opencore shenanigans. Thankfully, it was very simple, and it was a lot more straightforward than I thought it would be. So, so if any of you have one of these machines and you want to and you want to use it and use more capabilities of the machine, it's so new now. I mean, I would recommend it. Part of the reason I never did it before is because I didn't feel like ripping out my video card, throwing in my RX 580 or throwing in my 5770 just so I had a boot screen, because that's actually a Mac card. And then going through disabling SIP and all that crap, and then taking that out, putting my RX 5. It's just, you know. So. But thanks since Jay published that guide, and Bruce was kind of in the same boat I was. He was very hesitant to do it as well, and he did it, and he said it worked perfectly, and so how it couldn't be any simpler now. So I'm quite happy. So I'm going to hang it up here, and I'm going to hand it off to the other short fat bald guy, Steve. I have that's a very good question, Steve. I think it's a PNY. Let me look. What do we got here? Oh, no, it's this one is a SanDisk. SD SSDH3512G. It's a 512 gig SATA 3 SSD. Of course, it's only running at SATA 2 speeds because that's the only thing our machines support. But so, I do have a PN. I had a PNY in here first, and it's actually in this laptop, this Toshiba laptop I'm using. So it was getting a little aged, so I retired it and bought a brand new SSD. It still works fine. It's just a little. It's starting to show a little age. So. SATA 6. I didn't know there was SATA 6. Yeah, eventually I would like to. I'd like to get an NVMe PCI Express card for this machine, and get a couple of NVMe blades to put on it. Because that will definitely speed this machine up, since the PCI Express bus is faster than the SATA is. So this computer's always actually been fairly quick. It takes normally, and I haven't timed it lately, but it would take about 30 seconds tops from the time I'd hear the chime till it was asking me to log in, and that was before I installed Opencore. It's probably not. It's probably about the same, to be honest with you. So. Oh yeah. So I'd like to get a NVMe and go that direction versus getting more just regular SATA SSDs, because it's kind of pointless on this machine with it's kind of pointless when it's limited to SATA 2. So. Oh my god, I got this machine. Oh my gosh. Early 2019, I think. I don't remember. I think it was early 2019 I got this one. I was using at the time I got this, I went for a hell of an upgrade. So I was using a 1,1 Mac Pro with dual 3 gigahertz dual core processor, so 4 cores at 3 gigahertz. I had 16 gigs of RAM, and I had the 5770 video card, and I was running El Capitan, and I was running Final Cut Pro on it just fine, and I had the SSD and everything in it, and but it was slow. I mean, it was pretty sluggish, especially Final Cut Pro. It really died with Final Cut Pro. So I bought this machine off of Jay from the House of Moth, ironically. He sold it to me cheap. I guess it sat outside and got some water damage, and he went through a whole bunch of stuff on it. This is a single processor. This was a 2.6 single processor quad core. It did have 16 gigs of memory, but that was it. It had nothing of no hard drives, no video card or anything. So, and I've put 64 gigs of RAM in it. I've put the 64 gigs of 33 RAM. Of course, the SSD, the RX 580 video. And yeah, I mean it's and the 6-core 3.06 processor, and it's a screamer as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go. I was just about getting some NVMe blades instead of going for like an actual SATA card. I mean, it's probably about 6.5 dozen the other, but I mean, you can do Thunderbolt and everything else on these machines, but I don't really have a reason to get anything that fancy. So, all right, Steve, are you ready to go yet? you have a link? Oops. Hi, Andre. So now that Steve has a stream set up, you can click that link and he will start streaming in about 20 minutes. I'm going to now hang up. So I have a little bit of time to breathe. I'm going to grab some food. So wow, Patrick, I'm jealous. You have a 2019 7,1. I'll get one of those in about 20 years. Well, no, maybe about 10 years. So go visit Steve's stream. Thanks for sticking through all my crappy technical difficulties today. I appreciate it. So sorry this is kind of a shorty, but you know, I was never intending it on being very long anyway. So go visit Steve's stream. He's going to start in 20 minutes. The link is on the screen and in the chat. So everybody have yourselves a wonderful night, and we will see you soon. Oh, by the way, Steve and I are getting together this weekend. I don't know if we'll stream or not. I think we might. I think we might blow something up. So just an FYI, if you guys are bored. So, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and go to see Steve.